What happened with the multiple characters?
I'm less informed here, so I will take point on this.
What? I'm gonna say they said they gave basically they were wanting to let every player know that this. So I just explained the tripod thing, right? How we're basically going from this opportunity. This has two sides to it. If you don't save, tripods are currently on gear, not just in this library. If you don't save the ones that are on your gear into one tab of the library before the change, you will lose your tripods completely.
Okay.
So hang on.
Downside of saving them?
There's no downside.
Oh.
You just have to remember to.
Okay.
So they're on your gear right
on your
now.
gear right now.
And you have to walk over to a vendor.
The purpose of saving them into into this vendor's inventory is so that when you get a gear upgrade, you can then take your new shoulders and apply your tripods from your current shoulders.
It's a bit of an old system because they used to change gear more. Anyway, that's why it got updated. So now...
Okay, question though. When it's in that vendor, you cannot have it on your gear?
No. It's also on your gear. It's just saved. It's like a setting. It's basically, it was used to make presets. Okay. You would use it to save different presets for different activities, is what it was actually intended for in the past.
Okay, so you just have to...
So now what you're doing is... Yeah, you have to remember... So what you have to do for this update is to remember to put it in there. So, they have a notice going on the bottom left of my screen right now. You can't... It's scrolling below my camera a little bit. You can see that fucking text. They put it there, but they didn't want for there to be any confusion. They wanted to try to eliminate confusion so people don't rage on the forums. It's ironic.
And they succeeded.
Hang on. So, they decided to send a mail to characters saying, here, look at this, because you get a notification with mail. A sound pops up everything when you log into a character. So they were trying to make it so, when you logged into your character, it was supposed to be just your main. That carries on with the problem, though. They wanted you to log into your main character and see that this notification. They wanted you to read it, and then as, whatever compensation or thanks or whatever, or just as a good gesture, they gave 10 Pheon, a card pack, and some battle items with it. All useful things. Pheon being the most useful of those things because it's fucking expensive. And it's used to trade things on the market. But what they ended up doing is instead of sending it to just your main on your account, your main roster character, they sent it to every character currently created in the game.
Yeah, I remember that.
So everybody claimed all of that Pheon, they logged into all their characters, claimed all that Pheon, but then a couple hours later, they sent out they did emergency maintenance to and they said they were going to take away all of the items given because it was a mistake.
Oh.
So, and also they did this at a really obscure time. Most people around the world in any region weren't online.
Except for the Australians.
Yeah.
And the degenerates.
Yeah. So most people just completely missed out on getting any Pheon at all because they just removed it from everybody's mail. Before even the maintenance.
I was not online, so I didn't get any.
Yeah, they just removed it from all the mail that hadn't already been claimed, and then said they were going to take away all of the claimed Pheon, which some people, in good faith of the nice gesture, had already spent. Just because, Pheon, hell yeah, I can build a character now, right? I can get some more tripods.
Yeah.
And then there are also the people like me who were like, fuck, oh, I also haven't checked my Pheon. I'm at the same amount I spent some. But yeah, there are people like me who just panic spent their Pheon because I was like, fuck, I got 20 minutes until this maintenance goes up and takes my Pheon away. I'm not getting it taken away, so I'm going to spend it.
Raj.
Yeah. And then to increase the problem, right? They did this whole maintenance thing, the world's burning down, yada yada. And then they extend the maintenance from 2 hours to 3 hours to 4 hours to 5 hours. And after 5 hours of maintenance, everybody gets back on and nothing has been changed. They did nothing. And then and then to wrap it all up, they submit a post. They actually did a really good, I'll find it. They did a really good job. They actually said they fucked up. And
it would be nice if they gave me my 120 Pheon in this.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna read it. It's right. There we go. Okay. I can't. Okay, here. Last night we sent out music out here. Last night we sent out an in-game message to notify players the upcoming critical adjustments to the tripod system, which require skill tree effects to be stored in the skill tree inventory ahead of the November 16th update to avoid losing them. Fortunately, this message had an unintended 10 Pheons attachment, which could be claimed on every character and could subsequently be exploited by deleting and recreating new characters. This is a lie, also. They see. Yeah. Actually, people aren't sure if this is a lie.
No, we're tested it.
Area chat seems to think that area chat.
There were various
and city chat seems to think that you could delete characters. And
people were saying that you just had to leave Trixion and get to the point, where you can go to your stronghold. They said you had to get to that point, and then you could do it. There were only like 2 screenshots of somebody claiming that they quote unquote did this. But
people in area chat are claiming that they did it. But I mean,
Irma says he did it and didn't get it. Did you do that before, like within an hour or 2 of the free shit? I'm guessing
area chat saying that they did this and now have millions.
Yeah, he did it and he didn't get it. Yeah, okay, that's what there were. The reports of it being exploitable were less than the people saying it couldn't be. But then this is where, so this first part of this post is okay, right? But then this part where they explain that that's the reasoning is really bullshit. Because if this isn't true, okay, listen, okay. If this line isn't true, then that means the reason why they don't want the 10 Pheons, because somebody at Smilegate or Amazon went, what the fuck, we can't make any money. You're lessening the amount of money we make. We can't give Pheons out for free. People pay for those. So
people do pay for those.
So this line really destroys the rest of the good nature of this post, but this is just a CM anyway, right? They don't make, this person is just a messenger. They don't make decisions, so you can't be mad at them, even though people are. But okay, so then the next line is, to remove the message and potential economic exploit, an emergency downtime was induced. This is also, so these last 2 weeks, the servers in every region have been super unstable. Everybody's DCing, people are losing their entrances to raids and not getting them back, yada yada. No compensation for that, nothing has been said about it. But then, the second they accidentally give free shit out that, people buy with money, they have to fix this economic exploit. So they did that, and we apologize for the downtimes and inconvenience and the confusion experienced by many Lost Ark players. We're currently evaluating options for a make good gift, and will provide an update within 24 hours on compensation all players will receive. All players. And then the follow, that's good. This is a good line. But then the follow-up line is, while we originally stated we plan to remove the Pheons from accounts that received the mail, we understand that many players spent these in good faith. As we caught the exploit before it was widely used, again, questionable, sus, probably bullshit reason, we have decided to not remove the Pheons. So anybody who didn't get this, or wasn't on at these odd times to claim it, got absolutely fucked.
That's me.
We hope to continue to provide valuable rewards throughout the rest of the month, and once again apologize for players impacted by this. And it isn't just the players. This sentence should say every player, because every player is affected by this in some regard. Literally every player.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
this whole thing is just really fucking insane that this problem is ridiculous. That it got to this point, And apparently, so Smilegate supposedly is in charge of sending out stuff, right? It was past midnight when this shit happened for them. Who was at the office past midnight sending out Pheon? I mean, it's all weird. And how did they send out 10 Pheon on accident? Even if it was to every, they are claiming that the 10 Pheon in general was unintended. And that they also then double fucked up by not checking the only once per account thing in their settings or whatever.
Seems really weird.
Yeah. And then
I can understand one or the other.
Yeah.
I could understand if they didn't intend to send Pheon with it or anything, and they were just and they wanted to send it to every character so that you really couldn't forget it.
Yeah, it's just really sus that they just are so I guess the biggest thing is I'm on the side of I don't think you could exploit it. I think people probably already had a character, right, that they had made and taken out of Trixion, and they just logged in real quick and were like, holy shit, I made a new character. yada yada, whatever bullshit, and just use that for Reddit karma.
I think some people
like
probably lied.
How Worm literally made a level 0 character that.
I know. I saw him do it. I tried it myself later. So
I think it's very possible people lied on area chat for clout.
Yeah, so it's fine. It's whatever. But then for Amazon to pick this up and use it as their excuse is really sus. When it's very clear that because of the amount of Pheon, like Pheon makes them a lot of money. It makes Smilegate a lot of money. So like, you could have they could have just left it as unintended 10 Pheons attached. That's it. They didn't have to add this bullshit excuse.
Yeah,
which they could have just said that the Pheons were unintended, and then been like, we also didn't want this to be for every character. It's supposed to be for one. We fucked this up, and then they could have followed it with the line, "We apologize for this. There'll be compensation." And then they could also but then that doesn't solve the whole problem because they also run into the issue of they injected Pheons to some people, and other people just got fucked because they weren't playing the game at really obscure hours. And I was up most of the day working on school shit and listening to streams, and no streamer really had a solution to this. It's basically like once they fucked this up, they were kind of just doomed. The only thing they could have done was have actually fixed the problem within like 30 minutes, and then it could have been acceptable. But again, this update went live at like bumfuck middle of the night in Korea, and they're in charge of fixing this stuff, so like there was no way that was getting sorted fast. Also, they took the game also on top of the timing issue. By the time they solved it, so when they actually took the servers down, it's prime time in most regions. They took the servers down in the prime time for most areas. So not only did people not get Pheon, they also lost their chance to do all their shit for the day. 5 hours is more time than it takes to do your dailies for most people, and also probably more time than is like the chunk of time people would have allocated to play the game for the day, and they just lost it. So that also upset people. Yeah, prime time EU. Literally the busiest time of EU, they just get fucked over. And this hasn't been the first time this has happened in the last 2 weeks. Apparently this is because the servers have been so unstable. This has been happening quite a bit to them, which I didn't realize because I don't play during that time of day. Apparently it's also been an issue for our servers. They've been a bit unstable during the middle of the day, but like again, I'm usually just either watching a stream at that point or just not logged in, or if I'm logged in, I get AFK notices and booted to the menu. But like it's not really.
If I am logged in, I'm part of the problem because I'm just occupied.
But anyway, I think that this is all just laughable. Honestly, that's my take on it. Is that this is just fucking laughable that they let it. Hang on.
So like it seems
it's laughable that they just let any of this happen, and I don't have a solution because the solution is murky. Any solution I think is treading in. Okay, I'm gonna say I don't think there's any easy solution because not because they can't do it, but because it would be a nightmare for the employee having to do it.
Seems like it would be a really hard solution at this point, but it seems like the solution they should have gone with is they realized, oh no, the mail went out to a bunch of people that we didn't intend it to, and at that point, you say people have taken these Pheons and spent them. Perhaps they're untrackable, perhaps they are trackable, but also sending people to negative Pheons is unacceptable.
Yeah, which is why they just left us at what we had when we logged out.
So what would be the solution in my mind is that you just send this mail with the Pheon attached to everyone's main roster characters. You don't resend the mail, and you don't rescind the mail, but you make sure that people get at least 6 of these mails. And then some people would be mad that other people were on early.
Yeah, and they got 6 more
open
claims.
It on on 12 characters.
That's my solution, but I think that's murky because I think that again pisses the people off who are like, those people got double. But that is the solution that does anger the least amount of people.
Okay, what if you just didn't do anything about the mail and what if you just left it? You just say okay, and then everyone...
If you just logged into the character, they tested this. If you just logged into the character, and the mail notification popped up, you didn't have to look at it. You got the Pheon still. It didn't get deleted.
But like, what if they? Okay, so let's say that there was. Okay, there's two different things. One, let's say that there is no exploit with creating.
There's no exploit. We're going with there's none.
Okay, right. Okay. Then secondly, like, what if they just like rather than rescind, like taking away, like removing the mail, removing all that, just literally just let it be there, and then everyone just logs on when they like. It just everyone gets the exact same benefits of it.
The point is, the problem with that is that people already.
Now, I didn't get 10.
Yeah. I got 120.
They leave the mail as it was, right?
Then I would have logged in later, gotten my Pheon, and been like, "Oh, Pog Pheon."
Yeah, literally the same way. You log on all your characters, you go one by one, and then you.
Yeah,
you
the problem. That's why it seems like the issue is that they deem that even 60 Pheon, if you only have 6 characters, even 20 Pheon is too many because that would hurt their bottom line.
Yeah.
So, like,
I think that's silly. It's a bad choice.
Yeah, they've fucked themselves. This is a they fucked themselves angle, and that's why I think no solution is going to leave them winning. I think they were winning. The solution to winning was to never say anything and just let it ride.
No, the solution to win here is to take out Pheon from the game entirely. That's how you win.
That is the solution to win to the community. That is the winning. That is the winning angle, but not one they're going to take. The angle that they should have taken was once they addressed that they could have acknowledged that it was unintended, right, to get the Pheon, but then they could have just said in a post, instead of being like, oh, downtime and we're going to remove it, they literally just blatantly said they were going to just remove anything you got from it. They should have just been like, this was unintended, but we're going to let it stand.
Yeah, which is what they eventually decided on.
Yeah, but no, except for if you didn't log into the character.
Yeah.
If you didn't load the character into the game, it's gone.
Right. Like me.
Yeah. So the solution was to just acknowledge that it was a bug, because people might have been a little bit question mark, but to be like, it was a bug. We admit we fucked up, but we fucked up, so take your Pheon.
60 Pheon.
Yeah. And then just leave it at that. Don't say there's an exploit. Don't take the servers down. Maybe take the servers down to fix the actual problems, like disconnects. It's like $25 for 100 Pheon? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Boiler asked, what is Pheon? Pheon
he's saying how many monies roughly for a Pheon. Besides making the money, what does it do? Please don't make me watch Asmongold first answer. It's needed to trade items on the there are 2 sections to the game. It's needed to trade items here. I'm in the game. I forget I have the game open. It's needed to trade items here. So like this is where you buy like stones, which are a piece of gear. These cost Pheon, takes 9. You've got accessories, which are your character's jewelry. And the current tier of gear takes 25. If you want to buy a piece, it takes 25 of these, along with the gold. They're what's required to trade items from the auction house.
Also, if you want to transfer items...
Also, if you want to transfer items across your account, you have to spend the Pheon to go between your characters. They're dumb, but we live with them for now.
So the only reasonable, other than they make fat stacks of cash for Amazon / Smilegate, is that they are a preventative measure against people having strong alt characters, because Pheon has an outsized impact on people that have multiple characters, because when you have multiple characters, you need to have multiple gears for those multiple characters. And with Pheon, it makes it to where you cannot have a bunch of characters that are geared as easily. Because having multiple characters gives you a lot of benefits in other ways, and this could be seen as some way of hampering that. I think that is not good. I think that that's bad. That you should want your characters to be powerful in a game that incentivizes you to have a lot of them. You should want all of your characters to have some degree of power. I don't think that you necessarily have to have all of your characters at the same strength as your main.
Boiler, you can trade your gold for it. But the gold ratio is big.
Pheon having this outsized impact on people with more characters, I think, is bad. And it only has the impact of making you not have strong characters.
Yeah, so
you're still incentivized to have a lot of characters.
The currency exchange is how you get blue crystals. You buy blue crystals from people who are, it's real money to in-game currency, which is used to buy Pheon. Yeah. So right here, right now, we're looking at. You can see this. It's about 4,010 gold to get 95 blue crystals. 95 blue crystals is 9 Pheon. 9.5 Pheon. So, yeah. And it takes, again, it takes 9 Pheon just to buy a stone, 25 Pheon to buy a relic thing, on top of the gold for the item. And yeah, the real money exchange is what fuels this whole process. And Pheon are... I haven't yet used real money to buy Pheon, but I acknowledge that it's definitely something, at least in Korea, that they view as they basically only spend... Pheon is a real money tax.
Also, if Egg were to spend money to get the Pheon, he could have much more powerful characters for his alt characters. And one of the main hurdles to getting more powerful alt characters is the Pheon cost.
In Korea, they have packages. Yeah, they also have bundles, too, with Pheon included in them. That gives other stuff.
I personally haven't run up against the Pheon being an issue for me, although I recognize that it will become one eventually. But that's because I have Mr. Bow as an alt who is giga shit, and my paladin who is
the biggest issue with these is that they're basically attacks on interacting with the auction house, and giving a lot of these to people was a really good thing, but then to tell the people to basically say that it was a mistake, and then also say that the people who didn't log in just don't get any, is that's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold value in our current market. Some people, I had 120 before I spent some, because I just assumed that they were going to take them away because it's what they said they were going to do, which is another problem. But I guess I'll just take my L, I guess.
Well, I have an even bigger L of not hitting any.
Okay, but question: what is the downside of spending it then versus?
Because I wanted to use it to make a character, not buy random miscellaneous shit.
Them more efficiently.
Yeah.
If he had.
I was going to save them to buy my accessories for a character, but that takes time and planning. I wasn't ready to. I wasn't ready to spend 30 minutes and just buy all my jewelry. I don't have the raw gold for that, along with the Pheon. So
okay.
I was going to save the Pheon for a couple more weeks.
There's a reason, Randall, why we have videos of us making characters on YouTube, and they're over hours long. It's because it takes a long time to actually go through and plan out a character, check the auction houses, make sure there's jewelry available, and then actually know what you're gonna buy and then commit to buying it. It takes a good deal of time, and if you're under a time crunch,
cut a rock, break your monitor when the rock doesn't cut right. Repeat. Yeah. Order a new monitor, a new desk, because desk chan's broken. Yeah, but anyway, it's not. I don't even care that you can that Pheon is makes them money. It's cool if they could have just come out and said that it was unintended. Pheon should be gone from the game. Whatever, that's another problem. But this issue that happened last night was that they just kind of fucked over people who weren't logged in, and they fucked over people who were logged in by causing a maintenance that was 5 hours long, and by making them potentially panic / not understand what was going on. It's just a whole clusterfuck of confusion. Really just a clusterfuck that I don't think I mean, if you were somebody who didn't spend any of the Pheon and were just like, they ain't gonna take it away from me, and you logged and you got your 240 Pheon from having 24 characters,
You made out the best.
yeah, you made out the best, and you could just say rip bozo to everybody else, I guess. But everybody else who isn't you definitely got affected, and I mean, they still got affected because they lost 5 hours of playtime. Unless they were also somebody who's like rip bozo, like I was working during that time anyway. You get fucked
About
nerds.
to go to bed anyway.
Yeah, like there's a chunk of people who definitely made out or whatever. Like okay, but there are also a huge chunk of people that I'd say 99.99% of the player base got fucked in some way.
Yeah, but
Which is but still an impressive amount of fucking.
Yeah.
Impressive.
The volume, perhaps not the depth of the fucking, but certainly the volume of it is to be lauded.
AGS/Smilegate, the all fucker. Take it from a recent game meme. Any Ragnarok enjoyers? No?
No, I'm waiting until I can get a complete playthrough of it before, or on video before I commit to watching any of it. You spoiler man.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a messy situation, and like I said, I read it out. This line here, where they give this is where it gets sus. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree. This is where it gets sus to me. Is where they use the exploited deleting recreating character thing as the excuse. That's where it gets sus to me. But and then this whole last part is just fucking oof, man. They could have just said nothing though. I don't know. Is this where you pause and tell people to say what they think down in the comments below?
You could, yeah, if you wanted to.
I did say it.
Yeah, and subscribe and like the video and
hit that bell.
Smash that bell, even though I have no idea what the fuck that thing does.
Look, don't worry about the bell. Okay?
Hit that bell. Break the bell.
Leave the bell
fuck
alone,
the bell.
Okay, the bell. No, don't fuck any bells.
I want you to have sexual intercourse with a bell.
We're gonna have to cut that part out. Damn it.
Yeah, we'll cut around this.
Too far, Randall.
Oh, okay.
So, I think the most fucked are the people that just didn't get the Pheon, right? Like, that's the most fucked. Like, if we're going into our Olympics, the gold medal fucked here is me. I am the gold medalist here.
Yeah.
Pog.
I mean, Worm claimed his stuff. It was like, I'm going to bed anyway, bozos. Yeah, Worm got out the bet. Worm's at the 0.01%.
Kinda, but he could have had more characters. Worm didn't have enough characters.
Yeah.
To get the least fucked.
Yeah. You can also take it from that angle of, what the fuck? The people who paid to win a bunch of character slots got a bunch of benefit. Which, I mean, I guess is, like, yeah. Game you signed up for.
Yeah.
A little bit. I don't know. I think it's, again, I think it's just funny. Like, it's actually just a funny situation. Maybe it's just me laughing at the absurdity of, like, how could they manage to fuck everyone so
smoothly.
Yeah, how could you how could you manage to just fuck everybody so just, like, effortlessly?
Wait, you're surprised, bro? We've been fucking playing PoE, and they've been doing that to us for.
No, they're intentionally trying to do that one.
Yeah, this was an accidental fuck up. Okay, they tripped over the. They were on their bike, just pedaling along, and then they hit a rock, and then they flew over the handlebars, and then they landed inside my ass.
Okay, I think I've seen Blizzard do that one in WoW a couple times, but. Yeah.
Yeah, they did something like that. At least I got my battle items. At least they didn't take away my battle items.
Yeah, that's what I'm really depressed about, is I didn't get my battle items. Okay, I didn't care about the Pheon. I wanted my card packs.
Wait, they took all the mail away? I thought they just took the Pheon out.
Yeah, no, I didn't get a single piece of mail from Amazon today.
What the fuck? Okay, I mean, get the pitchforks back out. The video's not done yet.
Yeah, what? Wait,
get the...
am I the only one that thought that they just didn't do anything? They removed everything and gave you nothing? That's what I thought happened.
Yeah, I got nothing. Which
Late-
is fine.
the
I
peop-
knew that the skills tree thing was coming along. I didn't need the mail. In principle, I think that the mail was a good idea.
The
in
mail was a
terms of, like,
huge W. They were being thanked on Twitter. The forums were praising them. And then literally within 20 minutes of the POG, they were
I
like,
meant the actual intention of the mail of just being a message delivery
yeah.
service, not actually an item delivery service.
Mhm.
Take it or leave it on them giving us free shit. Which, for the record, we don't have a login event right now, so you could have just treated it as the login event and left it as it is.
Yeah.
Because that is one of the main ways that I have Pheon, is through login events.
Yeah, but you also haven't...
Yeah, I also have shit characters.
I wasn't going to put it that way. I was going to say uninvested characters.
Have you seen Mr. Bo?
Sadly, even in my dreams. Nightmares.
In dreams. He's always there. Watching you.